We are kicking off 2025 yet again with the first whiskey review. And it's one that matches, or at least the wax matches my red shirt, because we're going to talk about taste, review, and blind off. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2024. You know I'm excited. Let's get into it. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. Boom, boom. Here on the Whiskey Corner. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video, checking out the channel. I know. We are starting off 2025 with a little bit of a rocky space. So first off, I gotta say, my heart's prayers go out to everybody that's being affected over there in California and Los Angeles. You know, stay safe. Hopefully things turn out for the better for anybody that has suffered a loss in property and in obviously friends and family. So my heart goes out to you guys, and definitely am praying for y'all. So yeah, 2025, what's going on? I don't know. But let's at least enjoy the whiskey, right? Because today we are going to do a little taste off, right? First, we're gonna review, talk about, and taste Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2024, but I'm also gonna taste it off and kind of blind it against Maker's Mark Lost Recipe and Maker's Mark the Heart Release. So yeah, I mean, I got the two other releases that they did this year, or at least major releases that they did this year. But let's first talk about the Cellar Aged. So while I'm putting this in there, this is obviously not a bottle pop because I've already gotten into this, but let's open this. A little squeaky, but not bad. So Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. This is Maker's Mark putting their regular 6-ish year whiskey, taking some of that, putting it in a cellar, and aging it for a couple of more years. And this one in particular, so this is the 2024 release, has a blend of 12-year-old, exactly 15% of the whiskey in here, and 13-year-old, 85% of the whiskey in here. So 15% of the whiskey is 12 years old, 85% is 13 years old. So essentially this is almost a 13-year-old Maker's Mark, and which is really freaking good, or at least in my book it is. And the proof is 119.3 proof. I mean, that's probably the highest proof that I've seen on a Maker's Mark. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't think I am. But this goes usually for around 170 to 180. I saw it at a Costco, or I heard about Costco having it for 165. I was able to get this at the MDP Liquor 2.0 allocation drop. I'll put that video here or here. That was the last video that I had on the channel. So go and check that out. There was really some good stuff, but I was able to buy it there for MSRP plus a store pick. The store pick was 55 bucks. And I was fine with that because it was a Rebel Yell Mocha Stave pick from North Tampa Bottle Club and MDP Liquors. So I think it was pretty good. And I actually do like that. So I had no problem with that. But essentially, if you want to get technical, I'm trying to put the thing in here. That's what she said. But I paid kind of like $235 for it if you really want to get technical. But I got 2 bottles out of it. But nevertheless, I will tell you, I don't remember 2023 that much, but I can tell you that I don't think I liked it too much. I didn't like it enough to actually hunt or get a bottle, I'll tell you that. But when I saw the reviews of this one and how people were saying that it was better than 2023, I took a whim on it, and well, let's get into what I think about it. That smells pretty good. All right, so this has a lot of notes of like dusty old book. Kind of goes hand in hand with that cellar aged, name. So old dusty books, old dusty library books, right? I'm getting some caramel, some vanilla, some chocolate. There's some cinnamon in there as well. And a little bit of oak. And you're definitely getting that wheat bread. Like what I attribute it is to when you go to Cheesecake Factory and they bring out that like warm, oaty wheat bread. That's what I get on wheat when I smell it. So let's go in for a taste, see how this stacks up. Cheers. All right, full disclosure. Haven't drank any alcohol, especially any whiskey, for about 10 days now. So this is my first taste of whiskey, alcohol in general, and that kind of hit a little hard, right? So, and it's spicy. I'm getting like a cinnamon spice. So hold on, let's go in for a second drink. I just wet my palate. Let's go. Okay, that's more like it. The first sip made me want to get like a Kentucky hug almost. So I'm getting that old dusty book taste, or what that smells like in the taste. I'm getting some chocolate, maybe like some cocoa powder, like a Nestle Quick. But then there is also like dark chocolate. Some vanilla, some oak, like there's definitely some like wood in there. Oh wow, there's like a cherry cola type of like taste and effervescent as well. Like the little tingly that like a warm cherry cola gives you, right? Guys, I have to say that I do enjoy this, and obviously it's not a bottle pop, and obviously I've gotten into this bottle and I didn't want to do any spoiler alerts, but I do like this, right? I do really enjoy it. Let's go in for a second one. For a third one, actually. Cheers. All right, they all look around the same. I do enjoy it. I mean, quite honestly, I could go back to this bottle time and time again. This is a good Maker's Mark bottle, and it's a good whiskey overall. And I gotta tell you, I'm not like a fan of Maker's Mark. I do like Maker's Mark. I especially like their wood finishing series, except for the heart release. But I do like Maker's Mark. But this is like I don't go back to them too much. But this is definitely one that I would go back to. But you know what? Let's kind of face them off against each other. We got the heart release here at B. We have the Lost Recipe at A. And then we have the Cellar Aged at E. So before we get into that, just gotta tell you that what am I gonna actually score this? Should probably do that first before doing the blind taste stuff. I really do like this, and I almost fear that I should have tasted this before putting out my list of 2024's top whiskeys, because this could have bumped off the Lost Recipe. I guess we'll see now, but it's up there and it's really good compared to the Lost Recipe. And you guys know I like the Lost Recipe. It came out in my top 5. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna score this a 3.85, right? It's up there, 3.85. I do enjoy it. I do not regret getting this bottle at all. So let's get into this little blind. Again, heart release, Lost Recipe. Heart release is B, Lost Recipe is A, Cellar Aged is E. You can find me in the A. I don't know why that song just came out into my head, but yeah. So I'm twisting it as long as it takes for me to forget where it was, which I forgot where everything was, quite honestly. But other than that, I'm also gonna flip them around here on the little table so that, you know, it gives that little extra sense of crap. I don't know what's what. All right, so I have them here We're just gonna go in for taste, but I will smell them. We got 1, 2, 3, and let's go. Cheers. Oh, there's that dusty book smell. I think this is the Cellar Age, but let's go in for it. Cheers. Yeah. I'm getting that like cinnamon, a little bit of like that dark chocolate, bittery taste. Cheers. I don't know which one that is, honestly, because I am getting like the hot cinnamon now. But quite honestly, I haven't tasted the Heart Release in a while or the Lost Recipe in a while. I think that's the Cellar Age, but who knows? Either way, let's go with glass number 2 or the glass in the middle. Cheers. This has that dusty book smell as well. What the hell? But I am getting a little bit more chocolate here. Cheers. Damn, 1 and 2 are really similar. Not all the way, right? But like in the context of it, they're a little bit similar, you know? I don't know. I mean, I do like 1. I might have to go back and look at all of these, but I really do like this one. Cheers. Yeah, this one is like more well-balanced, I think, than 1. And I'll have to go back to 1 and see how that is. And then we're gonna go with the one on the left. Oh my God, this is Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls, I think this is the Lost Recipe. Cheers. It's good. Yeah, I think this is the Lost Recipe. I don't know. I'm thinking it is, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me go in for another one. Cheers. Okay, here's some things. None of them I stood out like as if I didn't like, right? So this is hard. I do like 2 more than 1. So let me go back to 1. I mean 2 glasses, but more than 1 of the glasses. So I think I like the last 2 more than this glass. This is number 1. The mocha is good on this one. Cheers. Okay, so now I'm getting like a watery taste, and it's like, I don't know if I'm totally in love with number 1. Let me go back to number 2. Cheers. Oh yeah, I like number 2. I really like number 2. And then number 3. All right, so right now I gotta say, it's between 2 and 3. 1 is not bad, it's just less good than the other 2. I think I'm gonna go with number 2, okay? Number 2 is the one that I'm gonna go with. So, let's see what's what. So number 1 was the one that I least liked. Number 2 was the one that I most liked, and that falls as second place. So let's see which one I didn't like. I mean, makes sense. B, so the Heart Release. Now, I will tell you that the Heart Release kind of surprised me a little bit because it wasn't as bad as what I remember, right? All right, then let's see which one won. Yeah. So Cellar Age beat both Heart Release and the Lost Recipe. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's a lot more pricier, a lot more age. It has all of that going for it. So I think I messed up in not tasting this before my top whiskeys of 2024, but hey, you live and you learn. I couldn't do it at that time. But I do enjoy this, guys. I think it's a really good one. And if you haven't picked one of these up, try to get one at a good price. I wouldn't pay more than like, I guess $220 for it. Even at $220, anything under $200, it would be buy all day. Anything over $200, I gotta think about it. Anything over $220 is, unless you're doing like a deal like I do. That plus a store pick. Well, guys, that is my video of Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2024. Do me some favors. Like or dislike this video. Please comment below. Let me know, have you tasted this? What are your thoughts on it? If you haven't tasted it, what are your thoughts on the other two releases? Heart Release or The Lost Recipe? And do you actually are chasing a Cellar Age? Comment below, love talking back and forth. For you guys, please do me some favors. Subscribe, because that would really help me out trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, and you would really, really help out the channel. Please check out the Patreon in the description, and guys, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Cellar Age. Maybe I'll put them all together, but I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.